Okay. So with our essential question, um, as an advanced educational professional, how am I going to apply data and ensure continuous improvement and really focus on closing those gaps? In my building,
Mhm.
we do work through the PLC process. This is our fourth year of it, or we're going into our fourth year, and it's something that I really value, and I think that I have seen a lot of growth within our building and within our teachers as we've kind of gone through it. So that's going to be
Mhm.
something that I'm going to continue on. And we're going to use that for making those targeted decisions. We're going to analyze the data that we pull from, because I'm in a high school, the data we get from
Okay.
ACT scores, from our CAP scores, bringing that in with our demographic data. We use Infinite Campus as kind of our data warehouse, and we're on our second year of using that, so it's something that we still need to get a little bit better at. Um, and within the PLC process, what I actually plan to use my stuff from our next module to guide the PLC conversations. It's essentially a Google Sheets um, whatever document, and it's got different questions in it and everything to guide that process as a group for our teachers to get better. So within that, they're going to get together at the beginning of every unit, analyze the data, whether it's demographic, whether it's perceptual data, whether it's ACT data, and find out what our kids are missing, what they're good at, what we can, kind of leverage to help them to improve. And then we're going to take that data and use it with our curriculum to um, kind of figure out how we're going to target the different standards as we move through that. Going in, then it's, you do it. Then you go through and you teach your lesson, go through your unit, collect your data, whether it's stuff from a Google form, whether it's essays that kids read, whatever documents, whatever artifacts you have from your class, bringing those back to the PLC, reviewing them with the rest of your partners, and then planning for the next steps and seeing, are we going,
Mhm.
are the kids getting it? Are they not? What skills are they lacking? What do we need to work in within our units to help the kids to get better and to help them not only improve just on the standardized test, but also just as students, as students within our classroom. Also, the admin's got to be
Mhm.
in those PLC meetings to provide the guidance
Mhm.
and really drive that discussion. Now, when like the overall desired outcome is to build that community of support around the teachers and to hopefully give them some further success and hopefully be able to drive our PD as well in terms of what we really need as a staff. So that would be
Mhm.
most of my plan there, is just kind of continuing on with that PLC work that we've been doing, and hopefully give it a little bit
Mhm.
more guidance for the teachers so that they can work through it a little bit more clearly.
Okay. Great. You have. Well, it sounds like you guys do a really good job of analyzing and really using it for like. My question: share your, because you're at a high school, and sometimes I feel like it's harder to get parents in for conferences and things. How do you share your data with your parents?
That it's They can get on Infinite Campus. It's got the parental side there for them to get in and see. They can see their kids' scores. They can't see our whole building scores or anything like that. Those findings and all that stuff is
Mhm.
presented to the school board, and then it's disseminated just kind of in aggregate on our district website and things like that. But it is difficult to get the parents in at conferences and things like that to have them sit down and look at the data.
Yeah. Very good. Um, Do you have like a district like assessment or data coordinator?
We do.
Or is there like someone that wears multiple hats to do that?
We do. My district's actually very large. I'm out. Sorry, I don't think I told you that. I'm in Kansas City, Kansas School District is where I'm at. So we have 5 or 6 high schools, 8 or 9 middle schools, and God only knows how many elementary schools that we have. But we have
Yeah.
we do have a lot of district data coordinators, or not a lot, but we have people who that is their responsibility. We actually had one at the building level last year, which was awesome, except that she only lasted a couple months, so that made it difficult when we had some plans where we were going to utilize her, and then those plans were not able to materialize.
Oh, darn.
So your PLC process, or what's your time? Did you share that? And I'm sorry if you meet during the day, or do you meet before school, or?
Yes, so last year we met once a week, every week, for about an hour and 15 minutes, give or take, during our common plan times as a content, and then this year we're gonna bump it up. It's gonna be twice a week, so it'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're gonna meet for an hour and 15 minutes, somewhere in there. So it is an ongoing, very intensive compared to what we had done in the past. So.
Well, that's good. It seems like you have a lot put in place already. So.
Yeah, it's really just kind of building upon what we already have, and the biggest kind of help that I would want would be ways to give a little bit more ownership to the teachers, to hopefully encourage that buy-in, and get them on board, because while I value the PLCs, I think we've done a lot of really good work with the PLCs. We still have a handful of teachers that are resistant and really a lot of times just give it lip service, as opposed to really working through and digging into the data and making decisions based on the data, rather than just well, I really like teaching this subject or this content or this unit, and really helping kind of get everybody on board. That's my biggest concern and my biggest immediate need.
Do you have to turn in lesson plans?
We currently
for
do
like
not.
To the principal?
We currently do not.
With that, I mean, I don't know, using that to assess whether they're taking their data and actually using it in their classroom. I don't know if that would be a way to check. I mean, I know it's not always the funnest to have to constantly turn in those lesson plans, but maybe that'd be a way to see if they're actually using their data.
And there's
I don't know.
planbook.com. That's a really good one. That's all online. I don't know if you have heard of that. And then they just drop in. You just drop in the standards that they're teaching, and they can carry it over. And there's a lot that you can add into that. But then administrators can get on and see everybody's and see kind of. I know. So anyway, that could be, or I think just that professional development, and like what you were talking, seeing that graphic and seeing how it all is related. But I know, I feel you. It's hard to get everybody that buy-in. So,
yeah,
and I think it'll be harder at the high school level.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, like with turning in lesson plans and things like that, I think at least I know I would shy away from trying to put one more thing on top of the teacher's plate, but there does need to be that accountability aspect. And it's not necessarily meant as a negative. It's part of the process. It's showing your product. It's showing what you're using your time for. So there's got to be something like that. But okay. Well,
yeah.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate
All right,
it.
I'm glad we're able to get on.
Yep, finally.
Yeah. Enjoy your vacation.